menopausal women 45 and plus.
Okay, menopausal, 45 plus in age. Is that right about right?
Correct.
Okay. 45 in age. Okay, great. Let's send it through, and it will start going. Great. Okay, thanks for sharing. Talking about it. What's the main problem that you like to focus on for this training product? What area that they're challenged with would you like to put attention on?
Weight loss.
Okay, great. Good. And you know, it's guiding you through the process because, in fact, people are typically getting educated or buying solutions to problems that they have, right? So, as I mentioned to you, one of the biggest questions that I always get asked by our students is, how do I make sure that what I build is going to sell? You'll see there's lots of little subtle levels and areas that we make sure. In fact, this bot in itself is hooked up to all sorts of research, all sorts of backend stuff, SEO, keywords, social media, everything, so that whatever it's pulling from it knows that it's going to give you advice on things that the market wants. Okay? In the meantime, let's go back over to here. Okay, thank you for the main problem that you want to address. Clear and meaningful. Great. What primary solution would you like to focus on? For example, is it in nutritional guidance, exercise programs, mindset coaching, habit building, or something else?
Mindset.
Okay. Anything specific on mindset or just general mindset?
General mindset. I think that's just the whole basis for transformation.
Okay. So general mindset about their weight loss and kind of whatever they're going through. Okay, cool. We'll send it through. Now it's going to ask you, okay, great. Good. Are there any hot trends that you know about? For example, any new approaches, tools, or ways that people are talking about mindset and weight loss? Now, real quick before she answers, why would it ask her about hot trends? Well, again, this is one more level and layer of making sure that what you're developing is going to be exciting to the marketplace. Wherever there's hot trends, wherever there's exciting things, there's a lot of attention. People are putting attention there. And we want to make sure that our course creators are building things that are, in front of waves of opportunity. And that means hot trends are going to be important. So do you have any thoughts about that? Anything that you know that's kind of a hot trend?
Hmm. I'm just thinking mindset. So mindfulness, meditation,
Mm-hmm.
spiritual guidance.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Now, in case you didn't know, this is actually hooked up to databases. We could have it go do some research. For time's sake, we'll just answer it because we just want to, it'll go off and spin off for a few minutes. So we'll do it. But just so you know, in case you don't know, it can actually go off and do all the research for you. It's tied in all sorts of databases and research, and therefore that's great, right? And so here it even asks, would you like me to research the latest trends for you in the areas of mindset or weight loss? Let's just say no, because again, I just want to go fast on it. But that's okay. We'll just say no. Use the general ones from above. Okay, we'll move it on to the next question. But just know that if you need any help in that, it will do it. Okay, now it's going to start asking you questions about what is your background. Why is it asking you that? Well, here's why. You're going to see that we can use AI technologies now to essentially build any course. That means you don't have to have expertise or background in it. And we don't really want to encourage that. We want to encourage you to be authentic and ethical and do things with your own background, your own experience, and your own expertise for two reasons. First of all, you want to make sure the education and the things that you're giving to people out there are true and real and right. And you can only do that if you can audit whatever it gives you. Remember, AI tools are brilliant, but they can also kind of give you a bunch of, gobbledygook, right? Second is if Gina wants to actually serve her students and actually be able to answer questions or actually be able to have a little bit more engagement with them than just a pure here, go through my course, she's going to need some expertise on that. And so we want to make sure that it's going to be tying topical ideas to your background, your story, and your experience and your expertise. Okay, so we'll dive into that. So the first question is going to ask you on formal education and formal background or school training. You may not have that in your particular situation. Gina, you must have some formal background or education if you're a nurse. So you want to tell me a little bit about your formal education and background?
30 years, 30 years as a RN, registered nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Also health and wellness coach, certified.
Okay.
And I've lost 100 pounds, which I kind of thought that gives me some insight into helping other people lose weight.
Yeah, so this is great. And actually, the 30 years of an RN is actually going to go into the next question, which is about your work experience, which is great. The question here is, do you have any certifications or degrees or anything that you've earned or you've gone to any formal schools or education? Certified health and wellness coaching, that's perfect for this. And it's okay if that's it. Is there anything else you got?
No, I'm just a BSN. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. BSN from school, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. We'll send that through. That's great. And now it's going to ask you more about what's your industry experience or work experience. There we go. Now 30 years as an RN. That's perfect. That'll go right into there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Now what's the next question? Just a couple more and it's ready to go. What personal challenges have you overcome? Well, that's where you start to actually share your story. Now, why is it asked this question? Well, because many times we love to actually we've gone through challenges or issues ourselves, and we want to actually share with others how to be able to navigate that. So as Gina was saying, she said, "Hey, you say you lost 100 pounds, Gina?"
Correct. Yes.
Cool. So she said, "I lost 100 pounds," and that means that she's got all sorts of wisdom and experience to be able to do that. So great. She's probably gone through challenges. She's gone through different experiences. She's going to share that, and we all really love to do that. Think about what you've gone through in your life already, and you can say, "Oh my gosh, if I could talk to my 20-year-old self, or if I could share back, 10, 15 years ago before I knew this, I would have so much to tell that person." So that's her story. That's her story.
Yeah.
So, okay, so tell me a little bit more about that. So I lost 100 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead. And what did that do for you? How did that bring you any awareness or wisdom or knowledge or anything like that? Ooh, do we still have Gina?
Mhm.
Gina, do we still have you?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
it says my internet connection's unstable. I apologize.
Okay, no problem. We hear you pretty good. It might have just been a little blip. I was just asking you about your personal journey. You said you lost 100 pounds. Anything else to know about that personal journey or challenge that you went through? Or is that
Yes. No, the part that you didn't hear, despite bariatric surgery, I did not lose 100 pounds from the surgery. It was mindset and movement and discipline at the end of the day. That's why I know mindset is really important.
mindset, movement, and discipline? I love that. Okay. And you
Yes.
can see she's already said this is what's driving her to actually understand what she wants to put together in a course because she's driven by it very passionately because of her journey and her experience. Great. I love it. We'll send that through. And I think just one or two more questions. Any other hobbies or skills or passions you've explored deeply? I'm not sure this is so important for this. I think we got enough actually, so we'll just answer the last couple questions. Is there anything else we want the AI technologies to know? We'll just say no, and we'll send it through. And now it's going to go to work. Okay. Now this will take just a moment, but how many of you can do what I just did? You can fill in answers. You can answer some interview questions. And what I'm doing seems of no particular complexity. Anybody could get this done. How many of you would say, I could do that? I could jump on this thing and answer some questions about my life and what I. Yeah, you could do this yourself, Gina, right? Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, good. Beautiful. Okay, great. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody sees that. Good. Now, let's see what it produced as a result. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, so let me just get rid of this little profile thing. I just didn't sign up the profile. And here we go. Here's the final output of everything. Okay, we're going to scroll back up to the top of it. What did it give us? It gave us 30 different topics. How and why? Check it out. It's organized into 10 topic categories. The first one is specific titles and topics. The second one's going to be general ones. And the third one's going to be hyper specific. Why? Well, I think you'll kind of get it as we go through it, but there's another reason a little bit later down the road. I'll show you why. But for now, all you need to do, Gina, is pick the topic that you would like to turn into a course. Okay? So here we go. Weight loss wisdom, mindset mastery for women 45 plus. Metamorphosis mindset, spiritual weight loss for midlife women. Here's another suggestion. The mindful reset, meditation and movement for weight release. Unbroken, breaking through weight loss plateaus with mindfulness. Empowered mind, empowered weight and coaching for women 45 plus. Sacred self-care, spiritual and emotional healing for weight loss release. How do these sound to you, by the way, in terms of topic
Awesome.
ideas?
Amazing. Amazing.
Great. Discipline with grace, rewiring habits for lifelong weight management. Now let's keep going down here. We'll go down to the general ones, see what else it's suggesting here. These are broad topics, and the reason we give you broad topics is because maybe you want to give a keynote or a speech, or somebody asks you to talk a little bit more broadly about things. Building lasting self-discipline for health, overcoming emotional eating for midlife women, the science of mindset change in perimenopause, and so forth. Now here is hyper-specific topics. These are in case you want to get really into details. Micro meditations for evening snack cravings. Morning journaling rituals to reset weight loss mindset. Gratitude practices to combat stress-related weight gain. Body love affirmations for healing after surgery. Are these pretty cool?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Pretty amazing, huh? See how fast we can get that done? All right.
Absolutely.
Which one do you like you want to turn into a course? I actually really like this first one. I'm wondering if you like that as well. What was it here? Weight loss wisdom, mindset mastery for women 45 plus.
I really like that one.
Yeah, I do too. All right. So
Yes.
now we're done with this. So this is the digital product concepting tool agent. I'm just going to copy that out of there. We're about to jump into the course creator, but real quickly before I move past that, how many of you just went, "That's a miracle"? That was awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Just put a yes in the chat one if you just went, "That was amazing." Right? Wow. Tracy says, "Yep." Yep. Chelsea says yes. John, yes. All right. Dee, yes. Wow. Great. Awesome. Okay, good. Well, the best is yet to come because we're still moving forward. So now we want to actually go build this course, right? Good. So now we're going to jump over to another agent that we have created, a little bit more exciting one called Course Creator. This Course Creator agent is based upon my dad's patent that he had. It was based upon the thousands of courses that we have deployed and launched to help you basically start to create your new course. And we have built all sorts of courses in here. Mastering AI Tools for Enhanced Learning, the Peaceful Plate Method, Mindfulness Secrets for Healthy Eating, Burnout to Resilience, Revitalizing Your Energy. What else? Remote Work Mastery for Beginners, Boost Product Balance. And these have been courses we worked on with students or clients or even some that we've developed ourselves. So let me take you through the process. We click on the Create New Course, and we get into our course wizard here. Ready? So we're just going to follow this down. Now, this is called a Copilot. And a Copilot, just so you know, is different than a chat bot. If you're newer to AI, let me just explain the difference. Chat bots are where you kind of chat, like with ChatGPT, and you go back and forth. Copilots are a structured experience where you're going to fill in some answers, and you're going to click some buttons, and the AI is going to process behind it. All you need to do is you need to go through kind of the interview of it, where you're filling in the information and setting the settings. Copilot means that it's kind of helping you through the process. Okay, let's take a look at how that looks. So in this, we're going to now paste in what we already had there. The course topic, well, let's put it here. We'll put it right here, and it's going to be 45 women plus weight loss. Here we go. We're going to take this, and we're going to copy it and paste it right into here, the course topic, which is going to be Weight Loss Wisdom Mindset Mastery for Women 45 plus. Target market, it's going to help women 45 plus struggling with weight loss goals. Problem, lack of mental and emotional tools to overcome plateaus or regain control. And the opportunity is learn mindset shifts, journaling, and cognitive tools for sustainable change. We'll take this last one, we'll drop it right into the learning goals, and we'll let the magic happen on the AI tool. From there it asks, are there any required knowledge or any required learning that they have to have? In other words, do they have to have come in with additional or pre-knowledge? It's like a prerequisite for a course. Let's say no. They don't need any additional pre-knowledge, okay? Then you can decide on the course format. What kind of course would you like? There are mini courses, 20 to 60 minutes long. Maybe you want to create a half-hour course or a 20-minute course and put it out there, for like social media. Maybe you want to take them through a master class where it's several weeks, a 1 hour a week for maybe 12 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 24 weeks. Maybe you want to build a challenge, 5 to 30 days. Maybe you want to build a multi-day summit. Maybe you want to build a certification program. These are about to get launched. We'll get these out in the next 30 days or so. We were going to have retreats on here and more coming as we continue to help our students sculpt up whatever they want to do. But let's start with a master class, okay? Let's say she wants to build a 4-week class. Yep, 4-week class. And she wants to make it 1 hour a week. The knowledge level is beginner. She can make it an intermediate or advanced. Remember today I asked you about who is a beginner, who is intermediate, who is advanced. Well, that's because we have different levels of learners. In the meantime, she can then start to train this bot for how she likes to write. She can put her own writing style in here. If she's ever written a blog, she can even just speak some stuff out and record it and put it in here. And that will tell how she likes to speak, the language she likes to use, words and phrases she likes. Why? So that it writes the program in her language. Now we'll skip that for right now, but you just know it's there. And here's another thing. She can upload any course content that she has. So if she's ever written a blog, and she's done any research, she's ever written a book, if she's ever given a speech, she's got that, she can drop it in there, and it can actually take that and turn it right into a course or use that as part of the content material. Hey, Gina, have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever written anything, written a book?
I have, yeah. On my website, I have about, it's funny you said that because I've written a blog. I have about 7 or 8 blogs on my website. Yes.
That's awesome. She can take those blogs, she can drop in there, can train it on the style of which she likes to write, or can train it on the content if she likes. Now, what if you have no content? Kane, I've never done this before. I have no content. I'm brand new. No problem. Train it on other people's content. What? Can I do that? That's not right or legal. Of course you can. That's what you did. You read books. You attended seminars, workshops. You went, oh, okay, I learned their information. Good. I'm going to go create my own. You trained your mind, and then you created your own. That's what generative AI is. It trains, and then it goes and creates something fresh and new. It's the same way the mind works. So it's absolutely ethical, legal, and responsible. So you can do whatever you like here. And then we'll go down to the bottom, and we will hit next and move along. Okay, now we're going to the second page here. Here's where we start to develop the course title in case we want a course title, and we'll use the AI tool to just generate it for us. And on this page, we'll also create the course description by using AI. So here's some suggestions. Revitalize your body, transform stagnation into progress. Unlock the mindset secrets for sustainable weight loss. Expert strategies for mastering weight loss mindset. Which one do you like?
The last one, expert strategies.
Perfect. We select it, we put it in. Now we're going to create a course description. We'll just click generate. It's going to create a whole description for this course for us so that we can use this as we're putting it up on our learning management system because we're getting it ready to go up live. Unlock the power within and transform your weight loss journey with Weight Loss Wisdom Mindset Mastery for Women 45 plus. Designed specifically for women over 45 who find themselves stuck in a cycle of frustration and plateau. This beginner-friendly masterclass dives into the often overlooked mental and emotional aspects of sustainable weight loss. Pretty good, huh?
Yes, that's amazing.
Great. We'll flip to the next page. We're moving right along. Now, the next step you take in building a course is we need to make a promise to our students. A promise that ideally would be, sometimes time bound. For example, build a professional portfolio website in 3 days, master data visualization fundamentals in 2 weeks, things like that. So let's generate a possible course and promise. And by the way, you can put in your own in any of these, or you can edit anything. We're just using AI to show you, if you're really a newbie, how this can guide you through the whole process. So here's some suggestions. By the end of this course, you will have mastered the art of mindset shifts crucial for sustainable weight loss. In just 4 weeks, gain the ability to identify and overcome mental barriers, empowering you to break free from frustration plateaus and embrace a healthier, more vibrant life with renewed confidence. Pretty cool. You like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Great. We'll pop it in there. That's our promise now. Very good. We'll move on to the next one as soon as it's done saving. There we go. Next. Okay, now the next thing that we do in a course is we build a little framework or methodology. Remember what I said earlier? People don't buy information, they buy frameworks, they buy methods, they buy processes. Well, in case you're like, Kane, I have no idea how I'd build a process or a method. I've never done that before. Don't worry. It's going to do it for you, and you can work with it. Remember, you don't need to just take everything it gives you. You can edit, and you can adjust if you'd like to make some changes to it. But at least this stops you from ever getting stuck. So here it goes. It's going to generate the framework for this course, and it's going to put it into some sort of like 5 or 6 or 7 step little framework. Here we go. The 5 pillars to weight loss wisdom, mindset mastery. Step number 1, how to embrace your journey. Step number 2, how to cultivate self-compassion. Step number 3, harness the power of mindfulness. Step number 4, build a supportive environment. Step 5, foster long-term habits. She can edit anything. She can regenerate. She can add more steps. She can take ones away. Whatever she'd like. This is going to give her her process. You okay if we keep this process, Gina?
So looks good.
Great. We're trucking right along. A few more. We got our course built. Here we go. Now here's the course outcomes. Now if you've never built a course before, one of the things you do is you start to generate your outcomes. What do you want people to learn? What's the purpose of this course? Well, it will help you out here. Here's some outcomes it's suggesting. Identify and articulate personal weight loss goals and motivations specific to women aged 45 and above. Demonstrate the ability to apply cognitive restructuring techniques to overcome negative self-talk. Analyze the impact of menopause on weight management and so forth. Pretty good, yeah? Again, these can all be edited. They can all be deleted or added onto. And so now we move on to the next step, which is to generate the course structure. Here we go. We're going to click it, and it's going to take the learning outcomes. It's going to take the framework, the promise, the settings, and everything we've done already, and it's going to start to generate an entire course structure for us for the 4 course. Now remember, we set this as 4 weeks and 4 1-hour sessions. So here we go. We got our class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. Class number 1, Introduction to Weight Loss, Wisdom and Mastery Mindset. Class number 2, Understanding Emotional Barriers. Class number 3, Journaling Techniques for Sustainable Change. Class 4, Cognitive Tools for Maintaining Control and Motivation. We can add more classes, change, or do whatever we want. But let's keep going. All right, we're almost there. Now we can generate any of the key points per class, or we can start generating the script. Let's start with generating the key points for that class. Changes faced by women, identify common mental barriers, and so forth, right? You guys are kind of getting the vibe here. We just keep going, right? Good. Well, now we can go. Let's go ahead and we're going to script this out. Let's script out class 1. Here it goes. You ready? It's now going to build her script for her. And check it out. This ain't no wimpy script. This ain't no script that ChatGPT is going to give you. This is done with all sorts of different AI technologies, and it goes sometimes hundreds or thousands of words depending on how long you want it. It even gives you the estimated reading time, and it's now doing it. Now, it'll take just a minute to actually get this all out for you, and then if we can go back, right now it's generating, so it's doing that. Welcome to our journey together in weight loss management. Let's see if I can hold it up on here. You're here because, no, it doesn't. It takes a minute just to get the script all written out here. But you can see, here, one of the first steps in overcoming these mental barriers is simply becoming aware of them. Once you've started scripting out everything she's saying, right? And you see, this is now already 1,000 words. We're only about a quarter of it. Why? Because it's very thorough, very powerful, and very in-depth. Let's let that generate for just a moment here. But what this is doing is essentially creating all the content for her course. We can then move into handouts. We can create quizzes. We can create everything we need, manuals and everything. It's all in there to be able to create everything. She can get this done in a matter of minutes. What do you think about that so far, Gina, just out of curiosity?
It's pretty amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
It is, and the easier the better. It is, yes.
Yeah. And at the very least, you've got something that you can just go. I mean, what do you do now? You can take that script, you can give it to an avatar if you want. You can build a clone. Or
Yes.
you can read the script off your computer and then
Mhm.
recorrect your eyes back into the camera using these AI tools. So you can just read it. She can get this whole thing done in an afternoon and be ready
Mhm.
to go live with this thing.
Definitely, definitely.
And what did she say at the beginning? I've been thinking about it for 8 months, and we just built this thing with her in about 12 minutes.
Mm. It's
Isn't that cool?
amazing.
Let's jump back real
Yes.
quick and see if it's gotten to the. Oh, it's still going. Yeah. We wanted this thing to be juicy and thorough and deep. All these other things we've ever seen, they're all garbage. They're like a couple of sentences or paragraphs. They can't possibly do it. This is going to generate thousands and thousands of words. Ultimately, you'll create your whole script, and you can just create the product. Now we're at about 27 minutes. You know why? Because it's an hour class. It's creating a 1 hour script for you to be able to go through the whole thing. If you want to do this live, you just put it up on your screen and basically read through it. I mean, you'd need to do it pretty well. But ultimately, this is very powerful, and it gives Gina a course. And she can go in, and if we just go back up to the top a little bit here. Sorry, I'm on the wrong computer scrolling. If we go back to the top here, we can actually see that we can get into the quizzes. We can then export all this stuff, and we can start building this stuff pretty fast. It's pretty extraordinary, huh?
Mhm.
All right. So, Gina, how you feeling? I see you're sending us hearts. I get it.
Yes, awesome, because this is what I've wanted to do. And then you told me about the AI clone or the twin, the avatar that can do all the reading, because I'm trying to take myself out of that as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
So Kira's asking a great question, which is who owns the copyright? You do. It's your course. It's your stuff. You take it out, you make it yours, you add some of your stories in, some more of your personality, you put in your own pictures and images and videos and things like that. It's yours. It's your course. We certainly don't own it at all. And basically it comes down to you just adding in your own stuff and then you own it. It's all 100% your content. Okay, cool. Let's give Gina a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Gina. We appreciate you very much. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
awesome, helping us through that demo. You were wonderful. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to building courses with you in our course programs. All right, rock and roll. Hey, how many of you just had a big aha and you went,